Welcome to the Audiobook Lovin Series, a month-long event celebrating the authors and narrators that bring romance stories to life. Listen along as Viviana, Enchantress of Books, interviews your favorite writers and voices, shares special guest posts, and stay tuned for some special information at the conclusion of the episode.
Hi, Viviana. It's so good to talk to you, and it's so great to be here. Hi, everybody. It's Mackenzie Cartwright. Thank you for being here and listening. Let's see. I just wanted to tell you about a few things that I've got coming up. There's some books that are coming out that I think you're going to like a lot. I'm going to be doing a series for Carly Phillips with Connor. That first in that series is called Just One Night. So these are going to be just one night, just one scandal, just one. And coming up too, I've got the next Kaylee Loring book. She recently sent me a plaque that says Mackenzie Cartwright, the official voice of Kaylee Loring's Lady Parts. And so I have to look at that before I start recording. That's going to be with Teddy Connor with a special guest appearance by Shane. And another book that's coming out soon is The Strikeout by Megan Quinn, an author I haven't worked with before, but I really, really like her. And that is a story that centers around a waitress who all of a sudden gets a baseball player, I think you could figure out with Strikeout, comes into her section and changes her life. I guess it could be about bowling. No, that's a strike, not a strikeout. Don't listen to me. The Strikeout by Megan Quinn. That's coming out soon. So, yeah, Carly Phillips, excited to work with her for the first time. Which is narrated with Connor. Kaylee Loring's latest, which is the love interest. You're gonna love it. Just so fabulous. And then The Strikeout with Megan by Megan Quinn. Really, really enjoying her work. I've got a recipe for anyone who needs a nice Sunday morning mimosa. Actually, I was thinking because so many of us are vaccinated and interacting with people once again, I don't know if you maybe want to have your girlfriends over, celebrate that you're all vaccinated or almost vaccinated, or when you are vaccinated. This is a recipe for a rosé hibiscus mimosa. Just because I was trying to justify drinking as early as possible, but it's still being appropriate. And what is not appropriate about a mimosa? I think a mimosa is always called for. And since I really have to be careful with the alcohol because of my voice, I don't drink very often, so when I do, I make sure that I really enjoy it. So here's a great way to open up a bottle of rosé champagne for all your friends and have them over. So basically, you're going to make a syrup, and that's going to be, you're going to have 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 3/4 of a cup of water, and 2 teaspoons dried hibiscus leaves. If you're not I can just walk down to my store and get dried hibiscus leaves, get some hibiscus tea. Open that up and put that in. That works just fine. So put all those things into a saucepan, heat it. As soon as it boils, immediately turn off the heat. Let it just congeal a little bit. Stir, whisk, let it cool. Then, couldn't be simpler. In, whatever kind of glass you want. A champagne flute is nice. Just pour 1 to 2 tablespoons after that syrup when it's cooled. If you have extra, just stick it in an airtight container in the fridge. 1 to 2 tablespoons in a glass. Fill the rest with rosé champagne. Garnish perhaps with a little sprig of lavender. If you have a pot like I do on the windowsill, growing just a little pot of lavender, just snip that off and dunk it in, and I swear you will feel like you're on vacation. So that's something I recently discovered. Top 5 reasons why I love being an audiobook narrator. geez. Well, gosh, I mean, working from home, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, it can be a wonderful thing. It also can be something that everyone is sick of and wants to get back to the office. I totally understand if you do. But it's really nice to roll into work in my pajamas and go enjoy all these wonderful stories from the comfort of my home. That is really a blessing for me. I guess another reason I love being an audiobook narrator is I'm an actress, and I love being an actress. I love getting to feel all these feelings. I love getting to fall in love over and over. I love breaking up to make up. I love when these characters tumble into bed for the first time. I love discovering their emotions over and over. But as if it's for the first time, I actually really love discovering these characters and inhabiting these characters with whatever the author is guiding in the story. So I love getting to be an actress and getting to voice these characters' innermost feelings. Another reason I love being an audiobook narrator is I love authors, and I love getting into their heads. I love the people who they write. I love it when I can see the person in my mind. I love it when they write accents for me to do, and it takes me to Eastern Europe, or it takes me to the Bronx, or it takes me to, the rolling hills of North Carolina, or so, who knows? There's a lot of places to go, and I love going there, and the authors are who take me there. Another thing I love about being an audiobook narrator are my male co-stars. I love the men I get paired with. I really love recording with Connor, Shane, Teddy, Wen, so many wonderful people. When I hear them, or when we're discussing something, or when I hear a snippet of what they've done, I get a little tingle. I can't deny it. I go, ooh, that's the voice of the person I'm falling in love with. And isn't it easy to fall in love with them? It is. It is. Is that 5? That's gotta be 5. I hope 5 I could make. I guess I could make the 5th thing if we need one more thing. I love escaping the everyday. I love going into different worlds. I do. I love the fantasy of it. It's great. It's great. It's like I woke up one day and said, how lucky am I to be an audiobook narrator? Very lucky. And I hope everyone's doing okay. This is it's been a really rough year for a lot of people in many different ways. So I hope these audiobooks provide a little bit measure of escape or comfort, but just know that, I hope everyone is as healthy as they can possibly be, and taking care of yourself and taking care of each other. So anyway, thanks for having me, Viviana. It's so good to talk to you. Enchantress of Books. I always feel like you're waving a magic wand. So anyway, everybody stay safe out there and keep listening. I'm terrible about Facebook and Twitter, but I do get on there, I promise. So, say hello, and I'll put updates and stuff as I get them. Okay? Take care, everybody.
The Audiobook Lovin podcast has special Patreon incentives. Join today to receive early access to podcast episodes, exclusive content with our guests, and much more. Support the podcast by becoming a Patreon at www.patreon.com/audiobooklovin. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us on the Audiobook Lovin Series, hosted by Viviana, Enchantress of Books. We hope you have enjoyed this episode as well as the series. We've included audio samples of our guests' work within the post for you to check out. Please make sure to visit the main page, link within the post, to learn more about the series, the authors, and the narrators. Please consider leaving a review wherever you listen to this series if you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to follow us on our social media platforms and subscribe to the Viviana, Enchantress of Books newsletter. Until next time, happy listening. Audiobook Lovin hopes you've enjoyed this program.